Hello everybody, I'm Adrian and here I got my Maserati Granturismo. So today I'm going to talk about if the Granturismo is still worth it today in 2023. So this platform's from 2008 to 2019. So there's a lot of things that are outdated. Some stuff of the car is timeless. So I'm gonna talk about with the exterior. So this car still looks awesome in 2023, even though it's a platform from 08 to 2019. This bumper was redesigned in like 2013 to 2017. The 2018s had a redesign in the bumper. In my opinion, this is my most favorite design out of all of them. This car still looks great. It doesn't look overly aggressive, but aggressive enough. I think that's also one of the reasons why it still looks amazing. Some cars are just overly done, and then later on they can become outdated in a way in terms of appearance. But this car looks great, and we can see that in the next Granturismo that's coming out, we can see some of the similarities in the shape. It's such a great design that even on the next generation you can see the similarities in the shape. Okay, so this is where you get some of the complaints, mainly the interior. It is quite outdated. The buttons, the screen, it's not touchscreen. Now on the 2018 they did redesign the center console with a bigger screen, touchscreen. So I do like the 2018-2019 redesign. So, and it's one thing I could consider one day if a good deal, just the right thing came into. I wouldn't mind actually trading this one for the 18-19. I do like the fact that this car still has a key. I just like also starting it up, hearing the mechanicals work. So a lot of cars nowadays are push button start. So in my opinion, the instrument cluster is a timeless design. I like the analog gauges. Same thing with this analog clock right here. A lot of cars nowadays, they have the digital instrument station, a bunch of screens, but I really like this part of the car. Same thing with the steering wheel. Now another thing that started happening recently is something with the coating where the buttons become sticky. So on this one's, that coating kind of peeled off, so it was getting sticky. Same thing with my sport button that I use a lot. These other ones here are starting to become a little bit sticky. During the summer I used this to kind of block out some of the rays, and this car is always garaged, but that's one of the things that I noticed in the forums where people have issues with sticky buttons. So this car's a 2014, and to this day it's never had any breakdowns, so I have no comments to make about breakdowns and repair costs. So it's just had its normal maintenance, and it's been a great car. So these cars tend to be very reliable. Let's talk about the performance. So it's got 454 horsepower. Nowadays that's not a lot of horsepower, but it's still enough. I still have fun driving this car. It still brings a smile to my face, and that sound is definitely still worth it in 2013. That doesn't get old. It's such a beautiful sound that it makes. But I think one of the biggest things about this car that in my opinion still makes it worth it, it's a reliable car, still looks great. This car has depreciated to about $40,000. So the way inflation is, the way everything is just so expensive with new cars, for 40 grand, I think this is such a great car. The Maserati, an exotic brand. About to get on the highway here. So this car is not very fast. I mean, it does have a decent horsepower, 454 horsepower. For me, I think it's just right. I like the driving experience that it provides, the sound, the handling. I still think it's a great car. but for today's standards, yeah, it's not something to really brag about. Yeah, I got the highway open to myself. So let's give some gas here. So that wasn't full 7,000 RPMs. This car makes 454 at 7,000. Yeah, this car is great on the highway. Even though it's a 2014, it still feels very well put together. Still handles great. No squeaks, no rattles.